Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's me, Mr. Premps, and I am back with another One Piece review and analysis, and chapter 1016 is out. And I'm not gonna lie, I've got to apologize to you all straight away, because I feel like every week I tell you guys and girls that One Piece was such a good chapter, and once again, here I am telling you all that One Piece was such a good chapter. When I finished this week's chapter, I just sat down for a few minutes and I thought, wow, One Piece is truly great. Because yes, we had another fantastic chapter. But as usual, before I get started, as always, make sure you leave a like on the video as it helps me out so much with that YouTube algorithm. And make sure you subscribe to the channel as I try to bring you all One Piece chapter reviews on a weekly basis. But now these formalities are out of the way, it's only right that we get back into this chapter. Now the cover page this week is of the boy Zoro and a shinobi cat dodging spears that are being thrust into the attic. And it kind of reminds me of the scene of Nami and Shinobu when they were in the attic and had a sword thrust upwards, for those of you that remember. It's a really cool cover page, and I guess it's hard to hate on Zoro in his nin 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 sort of pose, so just cool altogether. However, the chapter is called Otama, and so right away I knew Otama was going to be in the chapter, and this chapter would have something to do with her power in turning the smile fruit users that have eaten her dango into allies. But I was pretty thrown off in the beginning, because the chapter starts off in the flower capital, which not only reminds me that Onigashima is going to be landing there soon, but there could be so many deaths if it does. Because we see the citizens celebrating the fire festival, and Otoko's there with Hitetsu admiring the celebration, and Hitetsu's letting her know that this is a celebration that honours the dead. Otoko is there hoping that her dad Yasui can see it from the heavens, and spoiler alert for those of you who don't know, Yasui actually isn't Otoko's father, but he did adopt her without her knowing. But that's a conversation for a complete another day. Hitetsu does keep things bright and cheerful for Otoko and says that yes, Yasui will be looking down, and he'll be looking down on what's to become on the country of 102. We next pan over to CP0, who Oda is using to communicate the situation to us. Because the last time we saw them, they spoke about how many more numbers that the Beast Pirates had in comparison to the Alliance. And here they are again, explaining the situation, or should I say analysing, because they mentioned that even though the Alliance have lost Luffy, they refuse to back down and keep on fighting. And apologies for the maths lesson, because they talk about 5,000 soldiers being removed from the equation, and that it's now 24,000 against 3,000. However, 4,000 men switched sides on the live floor because of the way Queen treated them, making it 20,000 versus 7,000. And for me, it's very evident that these numbers are going to become even more as time goes on. But what I think is most interesting here, well for myself anyways, is how is CP0 knowing these numbers? Do they have a spy on Onigashima that's noting all of this down? I think that's something to keep on our minds anyways. But next in the chapter is probably the most interesting sequence in the chapter, because we have Bao Huan, who we know was using the Marys as a communication device in order to transmit messages, and she's speaking to one of the other Beast Pirates, finding out the information that Momonosuke has fallen, and how the samurai will even lose their resolve once they find out. And I'm not gonna lie, on my first read through I thought, what the hell is going on? When did Momonosuke die? But then I realised that they've been tricked. Kaido saw Momo and Shinobu fall from the edge of Onigashima and probably thought that that was the end for them. He probably didn't realise that Shinobu used her mature fruit to actually make the cliff age, allowing them to escape. So the return of Momo is going to be quite hilarious when it does happen, and quite hilarious when they realise he isn't dead. But as part of this sequence, we also see what's happening with Nami and Usopp, because last chapter we saw that Nami's climb attack began speaking, and to me it was very evident that it was Zeus. However, to some, they weren't so sure, and that includes Usopp, because he's like, see Nami, I'm a genius, I made your climb attack be able to speak. But he was very quickly shut down by Zeus, who's like, it's me Nami, and she's questioning how he got in there as she thought he was eaten. And for those of you who were confused about the explanation, I think I've been able to work this one out, because it seems that Zeus's soul was actually ripped from his original body, and instead of being transferred into Hera, he actually went into Nami's climb attack, and we get even more clarification that he can't be pulled out of the climb attack without Big Mom's soul power, so Nami seems to be stuck with him. However, with all of this going on, Usopp and Tama are putting together their plan, which I believe was very evident from the title. They're now on the stage and Tama's about to give out her commands to everyone who's eaten the dango. However, things don't go to plan, as who else but Ulti has returned again, and she headbutts Usopp. And at this point I was thinking, what the hell is going on? How is Ulti still up? These zones are definitely overpowered and over durable, because if she's up from a Conqueror's Haki coated punch, what can actually take her out? And Ulti, as furious as ever of what happened to page 1, has grabbed Tama by the neck, and here comes Nami, about to swing her climb attack at Ulti, and Zeus grows out of the climb attack into some sort of mace type figure. And one thing I really like about Zeus here is that he can clearly gauge the strength and is clearly battle tested. He explains to Nami that she can use her climb attack as usual and that he's just there to help her. He also explains that Ulti's skin is crazy tough, but due to the damage that Big Mom laid, her insides are definitely all beaten up. He tells Nami one Thunderbolt attack should end it all. Nami, however, is very hesitant because Otama is there, and she'd get caught in the impact if she was to use a Thunderbolt attack right now. So of course Usopp makes himself useful, for once I should say, by using one of his lethal green stars to separate Otama from Ulti and giving Nami room to attack. So as Nami calls out to Zeus, he's like, nah, don't call me that, give me a new name. And Nami's like, Cotton? Which he completely dismisses, and he's like, I'm Zeus, Nami's right hand man, brace yourself, as they go for a Thunderbolt, which completely misses Ulti by the way, and Nami's like, oh no, we missed, it's over. And what I love next is that Zeus is like, nah, it's not over, it's my job to make sure our attack lands, and he shifts the lightning and directly strikes Ulti, and I mean she's down for the count now. Which was definitely to the shock of everyone, including Bao Huan, who was like, what? Both Ulti and page 1 are out? Without realizing that she was broadcasting this to everyone, and all the Beast Pirates right now are in complete shock. With Usopp realizing that Bao Huan is a transmitter, he tells Otama to use her to give the orders. But before she does, Oda pans away to two fearsome characters. And that's two fearsome characters in Kaido and Yamato. And this back and forth is absolutely hilarious, because Kaido's like, what are you doing? Straw Hat and Odin's brat are dead. You should have protected your pieces if you were going to play this game. He's like, Yamato, you should just play your position and be Shogun of Wano. And Yamato on the other hand is giving Odin vibes of wanting to leave, and tells Kaido he's leaving with Luffy after driving Kaido out of Wano, even though he knows that he's not going to be the one to beat Kaido, as that will be Luffy. He's just going to be holding off Kaido until Luffy gets back, because he's the one that Odin was waiting for. But what I think is the most important thing that was said here was Kaido saying he's not going anywhere else, as Wano is special to him. And man, Oda is teasing us, because what does Kaido know? And I mean, that brings the chapter 10 end, and what a chapter. The sad part about it is that there is a break next week, but that was obvious after all of these fire chapters we've been getting. I'll definitely be looking forward to discussing this chapter in the week, because One Piece is truly amazing. But let me know what you all think. What is it do you think Kaido knows? And do we think Yamato can hold him off? Also, what do you all make of Nami now having Zeus as a power-up? Do you all think that this will be permanent? Let me know down in the comments. But as usual, if you like anything I've had to say, please make sure you leave a like on the video, and if you like weekly One Piece reviews, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss out when I drop more content just like this. Save.